Nintendo finally dropped their Direct, and in case you missed it, they finally announced Splatoon 3. So here are some of the details you might have missed, might have overlooked, or might have not heard of. My name is Jazzy. Oh, let's start the fun. Splatoon 3. I gotta say, as a Splatoon fan, I am super excited, but you guys are not here to hear me rant about how much I love Splatoon, so let's woo me over and analyze the new trailer. Starting off with the trailer, we're greeted by this. Not gonna lie, a lot of people were thinking of a different game. Splatoon is the last thing we were thinking of when we saw this part. Let's just take a moment to just appreciate the post-apocalyptic look of this game. This is the first time we're kind of getting a look at how the post-apocalyptic world looks like in Splatoon. The devastation here is immense, so we can only speculate what has happened. Bunch of stuff here. These trains remind me so much of the Octo expansion trains, but we're gonna be talking about that in just a few moments. Finally, right here, we finally get to see our first look of the Inkling with a new hairstyle. What are those? Look at the new J's. What is that futuristic, like back into the future shoes? Velcro does it self-lace? What? As per tradition of Splatoon, you get to customize your Inkling, and now they've added the Octolings. Interestingly enough, evolving from Splatoon 2, from the Octo expansion, and that's the only way you'll basically get Octolings in that game. But now there's different hairstyles, and you could choose between an Octoling and an Inkling. And as you notice, there's no, you don't choose genders anymore. You just basically choose hairstyles. You could also pick your skin tone, and like this is the more interesting part. There's a lot more selection with your eyes, and it has a more gradient feel. As you notice at the top side, it's black with the solid colors, but when you guys go a little lower, y'all see there's some mixtures of different colors. So it'd be interesting to see if they add more colors. Would love that. There's a bunch of new colors now for the eyes. There's a new gradient look, and I just love it. We're also introduced to a slew of new hairstyles. Some of the classic ones return, like the ponytail for the Inkling boy and the long hair tentacle thing for the Inkling girl. Oh, so nice to see the classics return as well. And as you go through the customization, you're also introduced to the leg wear, just like the previous game. So not much has changed there. It's all kind of the same. I see a couple of new ones like that there. I think that's new. That's pretty dope. And let's not forget, this is the first time we get to see a brand new weapon, the Ink Bow. As you guys can see, it is a pump action right there. It's a quick pull, boom, bows come out, 3 shots. I'll show it in a few moments. You know, we're gonna be talking about some of the new weapons as well. And here we are introduced to our first little buddy. Now, there's a lot of speculation as to what this little buddy is gonna be like in single player, but I have my own speculations and I have my own theories, which we'll be talking about in just a few moments. Let's just go ahead and appreciate this single player experience as they showcase the world of Splatoon 3, or what we call the Splatlands. And here is the first look of the Splatlands. If you guys missed it, in the website of Nintendo, and of course the press release courtesy of Jeff Keighley, apparently the place you're exploring is called the Splatlands. In the background, you see the Eiffel Tower just turned upside down. Congratulations, Chaos people. Are you proud of yourself yet for winning that Splatfest? And as you go through the Splatlands, you have the little Salmonid just literally following you almost everywhere. It is interesting that they added a Salmonid in this game as your pet and as a customized character. There's a lot of questions going around like, what is the purpose of this pet? What can you do with this pet, and how is that going to be affecting gameplay? One of the biggest speculations I have is fairly simple. That Salmonid is practically going to be your assistant of some sort, or might be, very high speculation right here, might be a second player. Now hear me out, I have my own arguments for that. Check this, right? Nintendo is not new to having assistants AI in their games, particularly with the recent releases of Mario Odyssey and Bowser's Fury. Like literally in Mario Odyssey, you have Cappy, and Bowser's Fury, you literally have Bowser Jr. assisting you and following you in your journeys. So it makes sense that a Salmonid would be your assistant AI in this game to kind of accompany you in this adventure that you have. And honestly, the Splatlands looks like a desolate, lonely place, so it's nice that you have somebody there with you. But there is another reason why Assistant AI might be added into the game, and that has to do with Octo Expansion. Now hear me out. Here's a big theory I have. Nintendo loves introducing their games to brand new audiences, and let's face it, Splatoon is not really casual friendly the moment you step into multiplayer. So I'm thinking of what ways it could help you, but think about it. In the Octo Expansion, when they finally dropped that game was not easy. I've had friends and I've heard a lot of people on Twitter saying that Octo Expansion is one of the more difficult single player experiences that they have played. So having some form of AI assistance to kind of help those brand new players or casuals get into the game and also make them good in multiplayer would be a move Nintendo would make, but we don't know what kind of implementations that Assistance AI would do, because outside of that, literally if the Salmonid is just following you, it's not really gonna do anything different. But aside the Salmonid being an Assistance AI, let's go check out the rest of the trailer and see what else we could find out. And here we finally get to see the bigger world of Splatoon 3. There is a train, and of course, as you notice in the background, that is the city. Now here comes another Octo Expansion tidbit. In Octo Expansion, we do use the train going from mission to mission, so they might be bringing that back in Splatoon 3. The train is kind of moving away from that, so that means this is literally a mission. You are out in the desert doing stuff. You're doing something. And getting into the train, we see our little buddy just having the time of his life. He's on the hype train, just like, oh my god, look, Splatoon 3, I can't even. And we see the Inkling girl just hugging a bag of sorts. Maybe that's the cloak she was wearing just a few moments ago. What is this dude? That dude's like, oh, that hurts me. Not much to see in the train, but hold on, check out the background. Is that Inkopolis or is that another area that we might be visiting? I know we're so used to just having one plaza, but it'd be so dope to finally go from place to place. It doesn't have to be a plaza of sorts, but maybe we could visit other areas in the world of Splatoon 3, because the lore, surprisingly, is very deep in this game, despite just the multiplayer and the single player experience. And here we finally get to see the first look of the plaza or the square, or as the press release and website calls it,
the city of
Splatsville
is under attack!
It looks really, really cool. It looks really, really nice. The aesthetic is amazing. High-rise apartments, big city. As much as this looks cool, let's take a look at the stuff that we are all interacting with, which is the shops. Here's some obvious things to take in. This shop is closed. We don't know if that's going to be opening when the game opens, or if that's a new shop that Nintendo is going to be introducing, or, you know, it might be something like Grisco's, where it is closed for a certain part of the day and it will open at certain days. Back here we see these shops. They are open. It looks like we could explore them. I mean, given the fact that it is Splatoon, we're going to be seeing some shops for clothes, shoes, weapons, and of course headwear. There are also some shops over on this end as well. I noticed the red post is there too. If you guys don't know what the red post does, this is where you can basically customize your own post. There's a lot of Splatoon art roaming around the plaza all the time when you go to people. Hey, hi guys, I'm in Splatoon 2. Let's go ahead and compare and contrast the plaza in this game versus the plaza in Splatoon 3. So, I mean, initially, as you guys could notice, the red post is right here, completely changed. And usually the red post is accompanied by shops as well. These are like the shops in Splatoon 2 that you guys are very, very familiar with if you've played this game. Just given the fact that the post is here, that means the shops would be in that area too. And if you guys do decide to post something, it's literally gonna come out into this game and it could look something like this. There it is, Splatoon 3 fan art, really quick, the internet, I love it. 10 out of 10, best internet ever. Moving over, we notice that there is a pig here. It seems to be iconic in terms of themes, because let's move over to Splatoon 2. Let me show you guys something. Check this out. I don't think a lot of people do this in Splatoon, but if you just stand right here literally and look up, there is the turtle and there is the origami. So there's a theme literally going on with animals, and I'm not very into the deep lore of Splatoon, but apparently according to theory, these have a lot to do with the idols idols in the game. The turtle apparently representing Marina, and that seems to be Pearl. Take it what you will, but that's just what I read. Like, here's a really good example of that. Got a lot of likes, so I think it makes some kind of sense with this series. But yes, we finally get to see a new quote-unquote idol. There's gonna be a new idol in the game as well. Speaking of idols, some speculation. I'm speculating right now. In the first game, we had a lot of J-pop influence with the idols. The second game is more of a rap, hip-hop style of theme. But you know what we don't have that ties into Splatoon 3? Right? We need a metal band, because looking at the waste, the Splatlands, and the fact that Splatville is also called the City of Chaos, I need me some metal. Yo, I need me Inkling metal. I need just something just like... Come on, Nintendo, hit me with some hardcore rock. I know you guys could do it. I know y'all could do it. I never thought Octolings and Inklings could rap, but they be rapping. I don't know what she says here, but I'm gonna tell you right now, she had mad bars for days for that one. That was amazing. You know, I've seen a lot of speculation that this is also like Tokyo theme or a New York theme, but I'm gonna go out of my way and say this feels more like Hong Kong, just because if you go to a place like Hong Kong or like the high rises of China, it looks like this. It literally looks like this. Like, check this out. Literally just looking at this, looking up, it is very similar to the way it is basically laid out. There's clothes hanging outside, and if you go to the street level, the shops are literally right there, right below where the high rise is. It's very much Hong Kong influenced. We also have a bunch of more shops here. Of course, the local multiplayer is there. Maybe the arcade is there too. We might see the idols in that area, because you know, just like in previous Splatoon games, they do love showcasing the idols doing their thing from a window. So it might be in that area, might not. It might be in a different area. But there's a shop here. I tried to zoom in to figure out what's in that shop. Maybe we have some different stuff. It doesn't look like Sheldon's. It doesn't. It's just, is it Sheldon's? That's not Sheldon's stuff. Like, no, it can't be Sheldon's. What is it? Like, what is that? Is that Sheldon's stuff? I'm trying to analyze. I literally zoomed in. I wish they had 4K. Splatoon in 4K. Oh my god. So I could zoom in. No, it's only 1080. It's only 1080p, and I'm looking at it right now. Like, what are those? If you guys know what it is, let me know in the comment section below, because I know that's a shop you could go inside of, unless they have like a shop that looks completely like that and you can't even get inside in. But I'm trying to figure out what's in that shop. Backtracking a little bit right there to this scene, as you guys could see that arch over there, very much Chinese influence. Motorcycle on the left. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, maybe you could ride the motorcycles. We don't know yet if there is a shop for that. And in the middle is the brand spanking new look for multiplayer. Oh my lord, that looks so good. I love the fact that they added the stairs and you're walking up to this epic building. And we noticed on the top right too, there is a snake. So the pig and the snake is the new icons of this game. Not sure what the idols are going to be in terms of the theme, but there you have it. The monorail right up the top. And it seems like if you look at it closely as to where the direction is, this is just speculation. It seems like there is an opening here on the left side of the lobby, so you can literally walk up there, move to the left. Maybe that is the mission area for single player experiences, because as I've noticed, just like in Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, the single player missions seem to be literally right next to where the lobby is. So if you guys check it, here is Splatoon 1 single player right here, right next to the lobby. And here it is. Hi guys, welcome back. Here it is, back again in Splatoon 2, literally right next where to the lobby is. So I'm assuming the monorail is a single player experience, and it makes sense that it would be right next to the lobby. Also, before we even move into multiplayer, I notice a lot of people point over here in this area of the game and say that we get apartments. Major speculation right here, but if you guys don't know it yet, the loading screen in Splatoon 1 does display an Inkling having their own small little apartment, and they have the charger in the background. They have like a little desk, a bed, everything. I was like, it literally looks like you could have your own apartment in that game, but it wasn't there. It wasn't even in Splatoon 2, but everybody has been asking for it. I'm one of those few people who wish it was also in the game. So maybe we might be getting apartments. The fact that Nintendo is highlighting the high-rise, particularly this small little open spot right here. Come on, Nintendo, give me the apartments. I need my rock band, metal band. Come on, let's go. I need that too. Give it to me. I know you're gonna do it. Just do it, please. Before we even move over to multiplayer, I want to jump into Splatoon's website and, of course, Jeff Keighley's press release, so you guys get a bigger picture of what Splatoon 3 is all about in case you missed any information. I don't do a lot of these kind of news, so my brain's kind of going a little crazy with all these kinds of speculations, and naturally I do this kinds of stuff. You are not running away, sir. Nope, no. Oh, I missed. I was there. I was shooting him. Slayer and the support, guys. Come on. There you go.
Spike!
Oh, no, I don't think we got this. No, we don't got this. We got this. He's gonna get it. He's gonna freaking get it right now. He's getting it right now, dude. +2. 0. 2. Yo. He was so close to get it. He didn't get it. Yes.
Bruh.
So yeah, I don't know, like subscribe. Or you can just slap the like button. It's not like I want you to subscribe or anything. Some of the stuff that we see straight from the website says, enter the Splatlands, the sun-scorched desert inhabited by battle-hardened Inklings and Octolinks. Splatsville, the city of chaos, is the adrenaline-fueled heart of the dusty wasteland. Even in this desolate environment, turf war reigns supreme and battles rage in new stages located in the surrounding wilds. Dynamic new moves, we'll get into that in a few moments, help these fighters dodge attacks and cover more ground, along with a new bow-shaped weapon to sling ink. We've already talked about that. Stay tuned for more information to be revealed as Splatoon 3 game is scheduled to release for the Nintendo Switch system in 2022. Ink it up with a new entry in Splatoon series. Discover the Splatlands, a new soaked region with trend-setting inhabitants, which basically means we're going to be exploring the desert, so that train is going to be bringing us from mission to mission. Makes a lot of sense. I'm down for that. Experiment with new styles of Inklings and Octolinks. They did show a bunch of brand new styles for Inklings and Octolinks. Turf War is back with new stages, alright, new maneuvers. We're going to get into that in a few moments. And new weapons. We're also gonna get that in a few moments. With that said, let's jump into multiplayer. Jumping into multiplayer, the first thing we're gonna be noticing is, of course, these flying hoverboard, like respawn point looking things. This literally just happens at the beginning of the game. Let's just take a look at the weapons very quickly and what changes they've made. We see the brand new weapon there, the bow. Oh, they got a brand new charger. Here's the old charger for reference. They have the dynamo roller. Nothing much has changed with the dynamo roller. And you have the blaster. Blaster looks much different. Here's the old blaster for reference. As you guys notice too, brand new hairstyles. Boom, right there. Oh, boom, that's a brand new hairstyle. I think we've already seen this one. Let me just check. Is it that one? Is it the same? Do they look the same? Does he even have the back part? Hi guys, welcome back. Let me see. It looks different. I don't think it's the same. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's check out the other team as well. Oh, brand new hairstyles right there. Boom, right there. Boom, another brand new hairstyle. And that one, is that a brand new hairstyle? Is that a ponytail or is that part of the helmet? Need to zoom in. Let me check. I think that's the helmet. I think that's the purple helmet. And going from the weapons from right to left, we got the Gal Deco. That looks like a combination of a Gal Deco and a nozzle nose with a scope. And we got like a shorter version of the Hydra Splatling. Here's the old Hydra Splatling. That's the brand new Hydra Splatling. It looks shorter on the nozzle, but that's dope. I'm down for that brand new stuff. We also have a brand new rendition of the splatter shot. Here's the old splatter shot for reference. And on the far end, we have the sloshing machine, or if it's not the sloshing machine, it's a brand new version of the Explosher. So here at the beginning of the match, you guys see that we get launched into the map using these hoverboard slosher machine looking things. A lot of people are speculating that's how you respawn, but there's the respawn point right there. So I feel like the only time you do this is at the beginning of the match, and once the beginning of the match is already done, you just spawn literally right there all the time. Unless there's a skill where you basically get to do that, which we'll find out in the future. And here we finally see the ink bow in action. When you draw, it actually fires 3 shots. And I noticed here, if you guys haven't seen it yet, I noticed that there's no laser. Literally, when you just look at that thing, it's just a shiny star. And then maybe death. I'm assuming that's either a 1-shot or a 2-shot, because man, that's gonna mess people up. It's gonna be the main of a lot of new people, especially when you're coming from a charger. And if you haven't noticed too, the movement of the Inkling is different. Like when he jumped, he spun around. Look at that, like a quick spin, like literally just backtracked. Which ties into the press release and the website saying that there's going to be new movement options in Splatoon 3. It makes sense. Let's go check out Splatoon 2. Here's what I mean. Like in Splatoon 2, the only weapon that actually has movement options is the dualies. Only the dualies could do this. There's no other weapon that does that. Whether it's the slosher, the splatter shot, or the blaster, the best movement you could do is this. Everybody does this. Multiplayer. This is how you play multiplayer. Jump and shoot. If you want to win multiplayer, when you shoot somebody, these two, just... The biggest question I personally have is, because there's movement options, does that mean you're going to be taking this feature away from my dualies? Like, I can't do this anymore. I get to choose what kind of movement I want, because if that's the case, that's dope, because this is cool. But sometimes I'm playing, other like weapons, and I forget to do that. I'm playing Splatoon right now. I'm like playing. What am I doing? What am I doing? Jazzy, stop! Jazz, what are you doing? Oh my God, Jazz, you gotta talk about Splatoon. What are you doing, man? Oh my God! And we get to take a look at the movement options once again when the Inkling literally jumps sky high to literally shoot somebody in the middle of the map. Like, look at that height, bruh. Look at that freaking height. Let me try that. Hold on. I even equipped the blaster for reference, so let's do this. Let's see if we could do the same thing. After that kill, we finally get to see the first instance of the Inkzooka right there. They activated the special. It fires 3 those things. For reference, here's the old Inkzooka. That's what it did. Now it's like 3 balls of somebody's gonna die. And going a little slower, we get to see the first sign of the Stingray, where I think it's the Stingray. I don't think that's the killer whale from the first game. But here, for reference, is the Stingray. For reference, here's the old Stingray. The old Stingray does this. I keep saying, oh, this is like the current Stingray, like the current stuff that we see right now in Splatoon. And the new Stingray is all like... And here we basically get to see another up-close look at the Inkzooka, the newer version of it. And we also have a brand new sub-weapon, which is a crab. It feels like when you launch this, it's gonna go sideways, left and right, and it's just gonna shoot you. Nintendo, let's be real here. Let's not make this weapon a little overpowered where it could kill me. I mean, at best, it should at least harass me like the rain thing in Splatoon, because man, if that could kill. Y'all better not make that overpowered, because I'll spam that like there's no tomorrow. And we finally get to take a look at a closer look of the Inkzooka. There it is, pow pow, 3 shots. And that is all with all the stuff you might have missed with Splatoon 3, the trailer, and of course the website and press release. Before you guys do go, there's a brand new update apparently for Splatoon 2. If you guys might have missed it, it's coming out on the 24th, 5.4.0. It's been announced. I'm gonna post it right here. Hey, nothing big, just buffs and debuffs on weapon. But if you guys are curious about it, the link is in the description below. And with that, I'm gonna end it right here. Have fun for the rest of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed your stay here. Smash the subscribe, hit the like, yada, yada, yada. Peace, baby. I'm outie. Bye-bye.